It's 3 p.m. and it's time for the Daily Community Briefing. Direct and official information regarding the coronavirus effect on you locally. It's 3 p.m. and it's time for the Daily Community Briefing. Direct and official information regarding the coronavirus effect on you locally. Let's now go live to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios.
Good Thursday, everyone. Welcome into the briefing here on this Thursday. Kelly Wallingford reporting. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us today on 100.7 The Coyote and on our media partners outlets at WBONTV.com. We have some really big news just out about testing for everyone. Not just testing, but free testing, drive-through testing, and all of this is coming to Richmond. You heard the governor allude to a new partnership with Kroger. We have all of those details about where, what, and how you get all of this, and just stay tuned. We're going to get right into that here. Also, an update on our census numbers. We are encouraging everyone how important it is to get those censuses filled out and get in for the money that our counties and all of our programs are going to need in our communities, and that is very important, so we'll revisit that. Our WBON TV poll is up and really hot. Keep those votes coming, and we'll have those poll results tomorrow. The question is, are you complying with the governor's mask request and wearing a mask out in public? We'll wrap that up tomorrow and give you the details. More fairs are being canceled, and also all's not lost at Richmond Parks and Recreation. Still a lot of stuff to get your kids involved in, and Mason Chambly comes by with more on that. Also, you haven't been able to get your hair done, but your pets can. What's going on with that? We'll get to the details. But first off, let's get right into the testing information. And before we get into our interview that I did earlier with EMA Director Dustin Heiser, we want to tell you there's two categories of testing. There's the viral test, and then there's the antibody test. Now, let's break this down. The viral test, they detect a current or active infection by checking your respiratory samples, and they do that with the swab inside the nose. You know how it works? They go way up in there. And there's two basic types of the viral test. There's an antigen test that detects viral proteins to discover an active infection. It's a swab similar to a strep test, and results of that are known quickly. and may need further confirmation from a follow-up PCR test. And what's that? A PCR is a polymerase chain reaction test. It looks for specific genetic information of the virus. Most specific tests, those results are 24 to 48 hours. Then there's the antibody test. You've probably heard about this. It detects if you have had a previous infection of the virus and walked it off, I guess, or got over it. Antibody tests should not be used to diagnose someone as being currently sick. What can be learned from antibody tests, however, they provide a better picture of infections by providing more accurate data on how many people have had the virus. Now, there are a couple of drawbacks to antibody testing, and this is what we've heard about these false positives it can produce and even false negatives. It's possible you could still get sick if you have been exposed to the virus recently, since antibodies don't show up for 1 to 3 weeks after you've been infected. This means you could still spread the virus. Some people may take even longer to develop antibodies, and some people may not develop them at all. The FDA does not support all antibody tests, it should be noted. Recent reports state only a minority of the currently available tests could reliably detect antibodies in those who have recovered from coronavirus. And what cannot be learned from antibody tests, it's unclear if those antibodies can provide protection, or otherwise known as immunity, against getting infected again. This means that we do not know at this time if antibodies make you immune to the virus. So we're still trying to find out. But with more on the testing that is coming to Richmond next week, I spoke earlier with EMA Director Dustin Heiser.
Some exciting news that we've got to share with everybody. A real bona fide drive-through testing site is going to hit Richmond, and you've got the latest details on that.
Yes, Kelly, thank you for having me on. We'd like to let everybody know that the governor's office has announced there will be drive-through testing in partnership with Kroger, brought to Richmond on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. The testing will take place on the 19th, 20th, and 21st of May. That's next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. The testing will be at 4440 Kit Carson Drive. If you're familiar, that's on EKU's campus in front of the Stratton building. The drive-through testing is open for anyone. Anyone can sign up to be tested. You do not have to have symptoms to be tested here, and you will not be charged. It is free to everyone. In order to sign up, we ask that everybody go to it's www.thelittleclinic.com/drive, and it's THRU-testing, or you can call 1-888-852-2567. You'll need to select option 3. So when you go there, there'll be some questions they'll ask you. You'll have to select the site, which obviously you'll want to select Richmond. And like I said, the address is 4440 Kit Carson. You'll provide them some answers, provide them some information, answer a few other questions, and then you'll pick a date and time of those 3 dates that are here in Richmond. When you arrive at the testing site, they'll ask you if you're registered. You'll need to present your registration number. So whether you're taking that over the phone or over the internet, make sure you write down your registration number so that you have that with you. You'll need to show up during your designated time slot that you were given when you registered, and you'll go ahead and go through the testing process. When you do that, you can have more than one person in a car to be tested, as long as everybody in the car is registered, and no one will be getting out of their cars. All the testing will be done within the vehicle. So there'll be more information to come about this, Kelly, and to your listeners later this week, but we encourage people to go to our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as that of our partners within the county, the health department and the cities. We'll be pushing this out as much as we can. We may even be back with you, Kelly, later or first next week so that we can communicate more about this.
Well, that sounds good, Dustin. And just to recap some of the difference in this testing site, it's free, but just don't show up, folks. I mean, listen, very important that you do register. Now, that was kind of a lengthy web address, but I think probably your socials will have link-ins to register. That'll make it easy for people. We'll try to watch out for those and get those out to you too. But probably on the Kroger site, on their little clinic partnership there, they probably have a link in to help you with that too. So just please remember that is free. It's convenient. You can drive through, make sure everybody's registered up, and we're going to ramp up this testing. We understand there's a lot of money that's rolling into the state to help get this along, and this is very essential in our recovery efforts, and especially the economic recovery part of it is giving peace of mind to people with these tests and trying to get real relative numbers on our populace because the increased testing is really going to tell the tale about where we really are on things. So great news. We got it, I think, Dustin. And as always, I appreciate seeing you and you coming on with us today. And we may have you back. You're all right.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kelly. Yeah, we just encourage everybody, if you want to get tested, please sign up. You can already sign up today. The registration's open. Go ahead, get on there, get registered for next week's testing. We encourage everybody to do that. The more the merrier.
Great news. Thank you, sir. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Kelly.
All right, appreciate that. And that brings us up to our first break. Lots to come here, including the latest on the census. We'll recap the governor, Mason Chamblee with Richmond Parks and Rec with some stuff you need to know and your kids will enjoy, and you too probably. And gosh, we've got a lot of things to tell you about. So you stay right there and come right back here with us on your local news and information briefing.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estell County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estell Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
During this time, it is especially important to shop local and support small business. Gillum Sports Lounge is still open, and they are still serving the same great food that you are used to. Burgers, salads, pizza, appetizers, and more. Order pickup or have your food delivered, and you can place your order online at illumsportslounge.com. Gillum Sports Lounge in the Richmond Mall says thank you to the people of Richmond for continuing to support your local restaurants during this time.
Opening weekend at Chenault Vineyard has been postponed as a precaution. Chenault Vineyard can't wait to see all of their smiling patrons back once they reopen and look forward to serving you locally grown wine. Chenault Vineyard has several types of wine available, including Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, bourbon barrel aged red wine, and their sweetest and most popular wine is Sam's Fix-It Juice. For more information about Chenault Vineyard, visit chenaultvineyard.com or like them on Facebook to see updates about all the events coming up at Chenault Vineyard.
The Estell Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies are focused on providing the best care possible for the people of Estell County. Our care for our patients and our community is what sets us apart. With society's fast pace, we want to make sure you leave with the information you need about your medications. With the knowledge and experience of John, Ryan, and Janet, you are guaranteed excellent service, whether you're in the store or pulling through the drive-thru. Taking care of the people of Estell County is our #1 priority, so stop in or give us a call to become a part of our community.
At CT Diesel Performance, they promise not to do anything to your vehicle that they wouldn't do to their own. Chris Thorne and the gang don't just work on diesel vehicles either. They also repair all auto gas vehicles and are fully serviced and ready to take on any job. Nothing is too big or too small for CT Diesel Performance. Located just off Exit 97, CT Diesel can even come get your car if you have a problem while driving down I-75. CT Diesel Performance in Richmond and at ctdiesel.us.
American Pool and Spa wants you to swim and relax, and they're taking the proper precautions to keep their customers and employees safe. For pool supplies, visit AmericanPoolandSpaKY.com and click on the Drop Click tab to shop online for curbside service or free local delivery within 15 miles. If you're interested in pool installation, American Pool and Spa in Richmond can set up a Zoom call for a virtual consultation. Stay safe and enjoy your time at home with help from American Pool and Spa in Richmond.
Community Trust Bank is local people making local decisions. Stop in today and let them help you with loan products for the individual or small business.
Stop by and see me, Dominique Martin, at 860 Eastern Bypass in Richmond.
Community Trust Bank, a banking tradition in Madison County since 1903.
Paws Unleashed brings a new state-of-the-art approach to pet care. Their suites are designed to feel like an elite hotel room, complete with Simmons Beauty Rest mattresses and TVs. Paws also has grooming services available as well. Visit their website, fourpawsunleashed.com, to find out more.
And we're back here on the local news and information briefing for Thursday. A very good afternoon. Well, some census numbers. As a state, we could break 70% here this week, actually in Madison County, but here's how the breakdown. This is how you're responding to the census that is mandatory. You have to fill this out or the census taker is going to come around. Kentucky as a whole is at about 62.5%. Madison County trending a little better at 67.3%. Berea gets the gold star. They're at 68.4% response. And the city of Richmond lagging behind in the race at 59.1%. So trying to help everyone get a little closer to that 100% participation that we need on that. And remember, it's easy. And you just got to go to my2020census.gov. That's my2020census.gov. And go ahead and fill that out. That is the best thing you can do to help your community. Well, the Healthy at Work initiative is in full swing, designed for the smart, safe, and gradual reopening of this state's economy. Governor Beshear says if you look at Kentucky's plan, it is closely aligned with the White House's reopening plan and Dr. Anthony Fauci's advice than just about any other state that is moving forward with reopening. The governor said it's very gradual, and that is by design to give us time to build capacity on testing and tracing, and we see that being implemented. With more sectors being reopened, Governor Beshear said all businesses have to follow the 10 rules of staying healthy at work. So go to the COVID-19 site and refresh your memory on those if you're opening up, and be sure to look for your industry-specific guidance. And that's referring to like what we said yesterday with if you have a beauty shop or barber shop, restaurant, you have specific guidelines for your industry. Also, Dr. Stephen Stack, who is a regular there on the press briefings, he had an update on the coronavirus in children and discussed an advisory issued by the department about pediatric multi-symptom inflammatory syndrome, or PMIS as it's being referred to. It's a rare illness being seen in some children who've been infected with coronavirus. And about a month after they get the infection, children and teenagers with this PMIS develop fever accompanied by abdominal pain and often swollen hands, feet, and lymph nodes. So for more on that, now the 10-year-old boy, will update you on this, who was previously in dire condition. Great news, he's no longer using a ventilator, and a 16-year-old who was being monitored has been sent home to recuperate. The resilience of youth. And again, that is kentuckycovid19.kentucky.gov for more on that. And with more on the governor from yesterday, here's WBON TV's Jamie Boggs.
As the state of Kentucky prepares for the Healthy at Work phase of reopening, Governor Andy Beshear was asked on Wednesday if he expects a spike in new cases of COVID-19.
You know, if we follow Healthy at Work, we're comfortable that we won't cause a spike in cases. If people wear their masks, if folks spread out, if people come back at a lower capacity, if we disinfect and do real deep cleaning, if we avoid contact and stay 6 feet away, and we can do this.
Beshear spoke specifically about the reopening operations and expectations of flea markets.
Flea markets can fall under retail. Remember, a flea market can't be densely packed. I like that most flea markets are outside. Inside, there are going to have to be real capacity issues. You're going to have to make sure that each of the vendors in an outside flea market are following the guidelines that are out there.
Governor Beshear attributes the Commonwealth's slight uptick in numbers to increased testing capacity, noting specifically the testing done in prisons and nursing homes.
Today, we're reporting 227 new cases, 227, of COVID-19. That brings our total number in the state to 7,080, 7080. Total number of deaths today are down, or half of yesterday's, but still 5 deaths to report today.
Beshear also took time to respond to questions about the limits of the state's unemployment funds. Without sugarcoating it, Governor Beshear confirmed the concerns of everyone seeking unemployment benefits, stating, "Without direct assistance from the federal government, it's going to be a real problem." This is Jamie Boggs, WBON-TV 9 News.
Thanks, Jamie. One new case in Madison County yesterday, but it was a wash because one previous reported case got to be removed from the case due to receipt of new lab information. So 36 cases, 28 recovered in the county, and no new cases in the Cumberland Valley District, Jackson, Clay, and Rockcastle. Estell, Lee, and Wolf, perfect record still intact today. We're going to take actually, we do have time for one more story. It may not seem like there's a lot going on during the pandemic, but Richmond Parks and Rec's making it a point to provide events for kids and adults alike to participate in. With more on that, we spoke to Mason Chambly, and with that story, here's WVON-TV's news director, Marissa Hempel.
Because of the pandemic, COVID, there's been a little bit of changes, and Parks and Rec has definitely been adapting to the changing times. Do you kind of want to explain what the changes are?
Because of everything going on, we aren't able to do our programs normally, like summer camp or the pool or open adventure falls or kind of anything that we normally do. So we're trying to do our best we can to adapt to the situations people are currently in. And to us, that involves going online, coming up with activities, finding activities or initiatives or campaigns to get involved with to help people remain physically active at home and do things that can be socially and physically engaging at the same time. And really, one of the big initiatives that we're doing right now that tackles both of those goals is our Parks to Kids Week. It's kind of a different take on Kids to Parks Week, which is a national campaign every year to get more kids and youths into different park settings, whether that be their local city park or a national park. And so we're really trying to still stay in the spirit of that, but do our best to bring it to kids that are still at home because of COVID-19.
Do you want to give some examples about what some of these activities are?
Yeah, so for example, Monday we had Kentucky Bird Bingo. What that was is basically your normal bingo sheet that has different images of Kentucky birds where the normal bingo spots would be, and your goal would be to try to find and identify as many of those birds as you can. And then we also have different other activities that can be a little more hands-on. So, for example, Tuesday we had an activity where it's called the Gnome Fairy House, where we provided this worksheet and poster that led you through on how to build this little gnome house with your parents or as a family. Then we also have other things that will be coming up later this week. Different nature collages and activity sheets listening to nature. There are certain things that focus on fitness tic-tac-toe game. So we're really trying to tackle a lot of different elements in parks, such as being in nature or being physically active, trying to give a little bit of each in all of our different activities for the day. And so we're trying to make sure that all of these different activities can target people of different abilities and of different interests.
So what are some upcoming events, whether it be next week or later this week?
The one we're working on right now is still trying to bring is our fishing derby. Every year in early July or early June, the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife has their free fishing weekend, and that's weekend we always do our fishing derby. But because of COVID-19 and the inability to gather in large groups, we've had to move it virtually and move that online. So we're really working right now as fast as we can to revamp that, come up with ideas to do it virtually. We don't have anything that's published yet. We're still hammering out a few details. but we're hoping to do things that still encourage people to go out and fish, just not in large groups. And we're still hoping to do things that can encourage people to learn about fishing, learn about the actual ecology and environment of fishing at Lake Reba. So that's our soonest event coming up. We're also trying to figure out ways if we can still have some sort of a summer camp program, since we're unable to have the normal in-person summer camp where we have 30 kids Monday through Friday every week in the summer at Adventure Falls or Paradise Cove. We want to see if we can do things online, such as either video lessons or providing activities and games to families in the city, doing different kind of lessons. So we're really trying to bat around a few ideas right now. Nothing is set in stone, but we're definitely trying to see what we can do to bring some sort of summer camp to people this summer. Since kids are still out of school and going to be out of school all the way till August, what we can do to kind of help keep them entertained and engaged and active.
Now, if people want to stay abreast of these events coming up, where would be the best way to find out what your all schedule is once you said you get everything firmed up?
Is going to be our Facebook page or really any of our social media pages, and you can find that at Richmond KY Parks. And so if you go there, you'll be able to see all of our Twitter updates, all of our Instagram posts, or all of our Facebook information about what's going on. And that's when we'll announce whether we're doing this event or this activity, how it's being done. And then from there, you can go to our website at parks.richmond.ky.us. And then we are starting to try to work back into the office the best we can. So starting now, we'll at least have one person in the office every day, and you can call us at 859-623-8753. Our phone number is going to be one of the better ways to reach us, or if you prefer, you can email us at parksandrec@richmond.ky.us. So the last thing I wanted to add was to anyone that's purchased a pool pass prior to when we announced we were closing for the season, we are issuing refunds or new passes for the next season to anyone that wants one. To do that, all you need to do is email us at parksandrec@richmond.ky.us. We will then get the refund processed, but you do need to do it before June 8th. Either call us or email us to get that refund request started before June 8th.
For more stories just like this that affect you here locally in Madison and surrounding counties, always be sure to tune in right here to WBON. For Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
Thank you, Marissa. More news coming your way right after these.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estell County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estell Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
During this time, it is especially important to shop local and support small business. Gillum Sports Lounge is still open, and they are still serving the same great food that you are used to. Burgers, salads, pizza, appetizers, and more. Order pickup or have your food delivered, and you can place your order online at illumsportslounge.com. Gillum Sports Lounge in the Richmond Mall says thank you to the people of Richmond for continuing to support your local restaurants during this time.
Opening weekend at Chenault Vineyard has been postponed as a precaution. Chenault Vineyard can't wait to see all of their smiling patrons back once they reopen and look forward to serving you locally grown wine. Chenault Vineyard has several types of wine available, including Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, bourbon barrel aged red wine, and their sweetest and most popular wine is Sam's Fix-It Juice. For more information about Chenault Vineyard, visit chenaultvineyard.com or like them on Facebook to see updates about all the events coming up at Chenault Vineyard.
The Estell Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies are focused on providing the best care possible for the people of Estell County. Our care for our patients and our community is what sets us apart. With society's fast pace, we want to make sure you leave with the information you need about your medications. With the knowledge and experience of John, Ryan, and Janet, you are guaranteed excellent service, whether you are in the store or pulling through the drive-thru. Taking care of the people of Estell County is our #1 priority. So stop in or give us a call to become a part of our community.
At CT Diesel Performance, they promise not to do anything to your vehicle that they wouldn't do to their own. Chris Thorne and the gang don't just work on diesel vehicles either. They also repair all auto gas vehicles and are fully serviced and ready to take on any job. Nothing is too big or too small for CT Diesel Performance. Located just off Exit 97, CT Diesel can even come get your car if you have a problem while driving down I-75. CT Diesel Performance in Richmond and at ctdiesel.us.
American Pool & Spa wants you to swim and relax, and they're taking the proper precautions to keep their customers and employees safe. For pool supplies, visit AmericanPoolAndSpaKY.com and click on the Drop-Click tab to shop online for curbside service or free local delivery within 15 miles. If you're interested in pool installation, American Pool & Spa in Richmond can set up a Zoom call for a virtual consultation. Stay safe and enjoy your time at home with help from American Pool & Spa in Richmond.
Community Trust Bank is local people making local decisions. Stop in today and let them help you with loan products for the individual or small business.
Stop by and see me, Dominique Martin, at 860 Eastern Bypass in Richmond.
Community Trust Bank, a banking tradition in Madison County since 1903.
Paws Unleashed brings a new state-of-the-art approach to pet care. Their suites are designed to feel like an elite hotel room, complete with Simmons Beauty Rest mattresses and TVs. Paws also has grooming services available as well.
On your local news and information briefing, thank you again for joining in our service today. As always, brought to you by these great local businesses: American Pool & Spa on Merchant Drive in Richmond, Bishop Small Engine Repair on North Estell in Richmond, Mr. Reuter Plumbing, working Central Kentucky for your plumbing needs, and Steve King at Modern Heating and Air. Another Kentucky fair will not take place this year due to coronavirus pandemic. The Jessamine County Fair Association has announced that that fair will not happen this year after a meeting earlier in the week. The 2020 fair, usually held every year in Nicholasville, was scheduled for July 6th through 11th, and attendance was around 13,000 last year and over 100,000 in the economy. And earlier this week, leaders with both Madison and Franklin County fairs announced they're out this year too. Well, we ran out of time quickly today. Remember, our WBON TV poll is up on the WBON TV Facebook page. Are you complying with the mask request? We'll have those results tomorrow, and we will see you tomorrow at 3. Until then, stay safe and God bless.
The Daily Community Briefing has been brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair, Modern Air Heating and Air, and Mr. Reuter Plumbing. Also brought to you by Affordable Service Solutions Heating and Air, Nuevo Vallarta, ABR Auto Recyclers, Mike's Hike and Bike, Napa Auto Parts, Richmond, Side Porch Cafe, Batteries Unlimited, Warren Farm Greenhouse, Ace Hardware Berea, People's Bank, Bluegrass Marble and Granite, and Jackson's Restaurant.
If you missed